Good morning. I am here at Thungutti Campground. I drove about 6 hours north last night after work to get here. It was the only campground available because it's a long weekend and I left it way too long to book anything. So this is all that was available. However, it is a beautiful campground and it's a good chunk of the way of my trip. It is quite close to the Wollomombi campground that I stayed at in my last video, but do not fear, I am not a trip repeater. I am continuing north another few hours where I will go MIA for a little bit because I'm meeting up with some family for my auntie's birthday. Then I will be breaking away again to do my little side quest and staying out at this beautiful Hipcamp campground called Misty Mountain, where I will be kind of on someone's property with probably a bunch of other people. Then we're heading back in to the Byron Hinterland kind of area, and I'm going to do a hike and a couple of waterfalls. So I hope you stick around for all of that coming over the next 24 hours. Or maybe even longer. Right now, I'm going to probably just quickly get dressed and then start heading off. It's about 7 o'clock now. Once again, I slept amazingly in my little car bed. So warm. I just felt safe, nice and cozy in there. I love tent camping, but in the winter especially, it's just so cold. Alright, I've packed up. I'm headed out to Ballina. It's about 3.5 hours from here, it says. Like I said, I'm going to lunch with my family, but we will reconvene after that and meet back up for my little side quest. I will see you guys then. Let's go. Move! Get it? Move. Oh, he's literally just staring at me. You're so cute. Oh my god. That's so funny. He was like, I am not moving. I had to quickly get out and show you guys this. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my god. It's so pretty. Thought I would just get out and show you guys a little bit because it's so pretty. Look at this. Well, I definitely could have just stared at that creek all day, but I do have to keep going. But what a beautiful way to start the morning. That's just put me in such a good mood, and I just know it's going to be an amazing day. So let's go. Look, I just can't get over it. It's like the perfect time of day to see all this beautiful stuff. Okay, I literally cannot keep stopping every time there's something beautiful as much as I want to. So no more stopping, no matter how beautiful it is. I'm just gonna have to keep going because I have to get there, and it's 8:30 now.
Okay, I just got to Ballina. I'm gonna go to this family lunch for a couple of hours. For you, it'll be like nothing's ever happened. And then the real adventure begins. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. I've had lunch, seen my family. I actually ended up staying a little bit longer than I thought that I would, but it was worth it. It was just a really nice time to see my family, my cousins that I haven't seen in a few years, new babies, all of that. I think I'll lose service, so I got to make sure that I have a map. And then, yeah, we've got everything we need. I just had to stop because I could see this off the main road and it's probably going to be gone soon, so I wanted to make sure I got a little video of it. Isn't it so beautiful? Always feels so ominous when you're arriving in the dark. And I know tomorrow it's going to be like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, but it just feels very serial killery coming here at dusk. I'm like struggling to get it lit. I'm moving. Oh, okay. That's good, that's good. Keeps flying away. Exactly what to do with this one. I never know where to put it because I don't want to smother it, but I'm like, where do you go? Is there okay? I have no idea what I'm doing, guys. I mean, it's still lit, so that's a good start, right? Right, cool. Okay. Lately there's been some new people find my channel, and I guess I really want to reiterate that I have pretty much no idea what I'm doing, whilst I thoroughly enjoy being out here. Admittedly, I don't think I've had a trip where I haven't felt some kind of like deep frustration. I drove around for like 15 minutes trying to find a park somewhere that was relatively flat with somewhere I could make a fire. And then I just kind of got over it and parked here, which is a little bit on an angle, and I had to pull this tin fire thing from behind the tree over there. I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to be using it, but I am.
I forgot a table and I forgot a chair. Thankfully, I had this mat, which I honestly never thought I'd use, but here we are. I am most certainly not so experienced that I just come to these campgrounds and have the best time ever. I do have a great time, but I'm still new enough that things go wrong. I always forget something. I always kind of wing most of what I'm doing, and the filming is just another stress in and of itself. But it's all a learning experience. It's not hard, but it is a big thing to go out somewhere you don't know on your own and have a fire, cook your dinner, be somewhere where there's no service, especially when you're arriving at night. So I like to remind myself that it's not nothing, and I give myself credit and I try to be kind to myself, and not get so angry with myself about forgetting the table and forgetting the chair and getting here at dark. It's really not that bad, but it does get scary or just stressful, and I think the more that I do it, the more I'm like a checklist in my head. You get there, you know. There was probably a time where having my own fire felt daunting, and now that's the least of my worries. Anyways, that's my little TED talk. I'm going to finish up my dinner, and yeah, I might just chill out for a bit and talk to you guys later. I am heading to bed. I can barely keep my eyes open. It's been a big couple of days. I really hope that I can get a good night's sleep, like sleep all the way through, because I have this feeling that I'm gonna need to pee soon, and I don't want to get out in the cold. So I'm like hoping I can either go now or just hold it until the morning, but I probably will have to get up. It's just the way my body is. Okay, I am gonna see you guys in the morning. Tomorrow will be a little bit better laid out, I think, because I'm not in a hurry to get anywhere. So hopefully it can be a little bit more chill and a little bit more adventure focused and not so like rushy. All right, good night. Mwah. When I drove up here last night looking for a camp, I could still kind of see the mountains. So I knew that it was going to be beautiful in the morning. And it is. Good morning! It's 9:35. I'm definitely running a little bit behind. It is very cloudy, and I know that there was predicted rain today.
but I'm hoping it holds off. It was sprinkling a little bit before, but there is some blue sky happening at the moment. So fingers crossed. I think I was feeling a little bit exposed when I was filming this morning. There was a lot of people around and they obviously noticed that I was filming, which is something that I'm gonna have to get used to. And it wasn't as bad as I thought. Like, I didn't stop filming. I was like, no, this is what you want. You have to keep going. It's just the first time I think I've probably filmed where there's been people around, and yeah, it was a bit of a different experience. I just didn't feel as comfortable. I felt uncomfortable. That's probably the best word for it. I'm proud that I kept going, because the more I do it, the more used to it I will get. I did have a good sleep. I think I slept for about 8 hours, which is amazing. But let's get going. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I am struggling a little bit. I don't want to just show all like the happy-go-lucky bits of this, because realistically for me there is always some moment where I feel overwhelmed or just like out of place. This morning when I was filming to make coffee, and then I realized that I left the coffee and the sugar in the car, went and got it, came back. Then I realized I didn't have the milk, went and got it, came back. Then I realized I didn't have the eggs or the wraps, went and got them, came back. And at that point, I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's like too many times going back and forth. I keep like, I don't like thinking I can't do this, or this, I'm not made for this. But when things keep going wrong or like not going to plan, my brain starts to go there, and that's when I really get annoyed with myself, because I know I am capable, but in those moments where things keep not happening or going the way that I had them in my head going, and I make silly mistakes, I get really, really frustrated, and I start to think badly about myself, and I don't like that, and I try really hard not to do it, and I like self-soothe myself when things go wrong. I'm like, it's okay, it's not a big deal. But when it just keeps stacking up, which it kind of has this weekend, I'm literally sitting in this car park because I just made 2 wrong turns, or I didn't turn twice when I should have, and now I'm 10 minutes later when I was already an hour later than I should have been. You know, I'm just feeling a little bit like overwhelmed and underwhelmed by the experience. But there's some like amazing things happening today, and I'm trying to pull myself out of that mindset. If anyone is new to it and also going through that, you're not alone. And I know that it shouldn't be like that, and it won't always be like that. I just need to be better prepared, figure out like where I'm going wrong and fix that. And there may always be some little thing, but if I'm better prepared, then the little thing won't bother me. It's just, there was a lot happening that was kind of getting on my nerves, and yeah, I think I'm feeling a little bit like I'm learning and I'm growing, and it'll be nice to probably look back in a year or two and be like, remember when I used to be like that? And it won't be the experience anymore. And that's the thing, like the more you do it, the more you learn, the more you grow, and that's it. You just have to like give yourself grace. Anyways, I'm gonna get back onto the road, go the right way, and yeah, get to the waterfall, do the hike, see the amazing things, probably feel a lot better. But I just wanted to quickly share that I do know that I can do this, and yeah, my next trip I will probably remember things that I haven't this time, and I will learn from it, and that's the mindset I am trying to keep. So Finally starting. This is like a full-on rock climb, which I love. But it's crazy. I was not expecting that. Okay, so I made it back from the Minyon Falls track. I did get a little bit lost down the bottom. There was like almost no signage, but anyways, I'm now at the Whian Falls car park. It's kind of just a little pullover on the side of the road. But this is only a few hundred meters to this waterfall, so we'll go have a look at this. Also, I didn't stretch before that hike. My calves on the way back were absolutely dying. I'm going to be so sad tomorrow because they're going to be like tight as fuck. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. Anyways, I'm going to go see the waterfall, okay? Let's go. I'm like struggling to walk, guys. Help. Ooh. Oh my god, it looks amazing. Guys, this was definitely worth coming. Whoa, look at it! So cool. Wow, it's so pretty. Hello. Obviously I am not camping. I'm back home. Yeah, it's been a few weeks since I went on that trip. The reason that I didn't film much more was because it got really dark, started raining a lot, and I kind of just went back to my nan's house and that was kind of it. I wanted to do just a little explanation about why the filming of Minyon Falls kind of just abruptly stopped. I wasn't going to, however, I think that it's an important topic. I guess as someone who's doing a lot of solo trips, I thought it might be useful to come on and explain the reality of being a woman traveling, especially traveling solo and doing trips and such like that. So when I first got to Minyon Falls, it was already getting dark. I think it was like 4 o'clock or something like that. And, you know, the sun's basically going down in the mountains and covered by trees. It also gets darker quicker. So that was already, you know, one thing. I kind of went in. I did notice a car at the trail, the little trailhead, but I just didn't think anything of it because obviously people are going to be there. And at first I didn't notice anything. So I was kind of like on the upper level and I didn't realize, but there was a guy on his own down below filming himself and, you know, having some drinks. Now, before I get into any more, I guess I want to say that most likely he was harmless. He was just doing his own thing, probably came to see the waterfall, have a few bevies, which is completely fine. In no way, shape or form am I saying that this guy has doing anything wrong. But as a solo female on my own, somewhere that is secluded, it's getting dark at a time of day where there's probably not going to be anybody else coming there, at least for the rest of the day. When I noticed that, as well as him drinking, I started to feel a little bit uncomfortable. Of course, I would have loved to walk down to where he was and be closer to the falls and kind of climb over the rocks a little bit and really appreciate where I was. But what I wanted to say, the reason why I wanted to come on and just quickly put this into perspective is that a lot of people think that solo travel is very scary. And I guess the more you do it, the less scary it becomes. However, sole responsibility, your main responsibility is to keep yourself safe. And that might mean that you're not always in danger, but you still have to assess the risk of a dangerous situation. 9 times out of 10, probably just there having a few drinks. Maybe he lived nearby. Maybe he was solo traveling himself. I don't know. He looked harmless. He was wearing a fedora, for God's sake. But I don't know that. And going down there, making him aware of myself in that situation where I would have been alone, it was getting dark and we're secluded. I don't know. There are times where it can be scary and it can be more obvious. You know, like some people are just really making themselves seem creepy and weird. But other times you just have to assess that risk for yourself and make the decision based on the potential. And I don't want that to come off like be afraid and, you know, don't go and see amazing things if there's a man there, because that's not what I mean. It was just the risk in that moment for me didn't seem worth it because I could see the waterfall. I'd seen it. That was kind of enough that I felt like I needed to leave to make sure that I was safe. There are things that happen. That is the risk you take when you do solo things. And what I'm trying to say, not very well, is that assessing risks before you're in the dangerous situation is probably going to prevent most of the dangerous situations that you can get in. I don't think that means that you have to walk away from every potential danger, because then you would just never leave the house. You yourself will know when you feel uncomfortable enough that you should be walking away. I had to just like accept that as much as I wanted to stay and explore that waterfall for the last 40 minutes of light that I had on my trip, like this waterfall was amazing. I wanted to stay, like I really did want to enjoy the last little bit, but it just wasn't worth it in that moment, because what if that situation ended badly? I was just walking right into that situation. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that doesn't come off like I'm blaming anybody or fear-mongering or anything like that. I just wanted to say that the most important thing is you making sure you feel safe. And in that moment, I didn't, even though it could have been fine. And that's why I just left and stopped filming.